Hi everybody, thank you for joining me here at Shanna's Sweets. My name is Shanna and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Kansas. I want to thank you for joining me for this card tutorial. Today I'm making a card using this sketch challenge for a Facebook group that I'm on. And I thought when I saw this that it was to make a square card, but there was all this open space and I just didn't want to have, I just didn't want the open card. So I really hadn't played with my embossing paste in a long time. So I thought it was a great time to practice doing that and playing with it. So I pulled out my stencils from the basic pattern decorative masks and a returning Christmas stamp, Dashing Deer. I thought it would go great with that wood background. And you can get dies. There is one little die that I'm using in this. And I just thought it was super cute. And I love it. I am using shimmer cardstock for the background just because I'm using regular white embossing paste, and so I wanted that texture against the shimmer background. So what I'm going to do is I have a non-sticky whatever here, although I do have a little piece of tape so that my although it's come up. So this is like removable tape, and I just kind of put an X there so that my cardstock wouldn't move. And then I'm going to take my mask, and I kind of lined it up because I wanted most of the tree on the one side. So however you want your mask to be. And then painter's tape is better, but unfortunately I think my husband stole my tape, my painter's tape that I had in here. So I have some duct tape, and I'm just going to use that. So I'm only putting the tape on the mask itself. So I'm going to just put it up here. And then I have my embossing paste, and this is in the annual catalog. And I'm just going to really want to use the back end of that. Just put a generous amount, and I'm going to start mainly, I should start at the bottom. I feel like if I go up, it works better. But up and down, not sideways, just because these branches are, you don't want the paste underneath your stencil. So I want to make sure I'm going up or down with it as to not have it go up underneath my mask. So that's why I'm just trying to make sure I go up and down, not sideways at all. It's kind of like icing a cake. And I mean, you can always scrape it off if you feel like you got too much. But I do want to make sure, like, I didn't want gaps in my trees, so I just feel like I need to make sure that I have it all nice and covered. All right. So then I'm going to pull up my tape. I'm going to set this aside. It doesn't take a long time to dry, but I don't want it to I don't want to accidentally smush it. The big thing about these stencils are that this stuff dries really fast on your masks, and so you want to be able to wash them off right away. Okay, for the rest of this card, we are going to stamp our deer in the corner with soft suede. So you're going to take the large deer, ink him up really good, and I put him clear over on the right hand side of this largest circle, layering circle square. Okay, or what did I say, square? Layering circle. Okay. Then in Early Espresso, I have a stitched rectangle, and I'm going to stamp out the sentiment. Looks like I got some ink on there. I think we'll see if it covers up. There we go. I'm going to use my stamparatus to stamp out the other deer. I found that when I was trying to stamp this deer out, I just could not get a clean image numerous times that I tried. So I'm just going to line my little deer up in this corner. And then ink my deer. With the Early Espresso. And that just wasn't dark enough for me, so just re-ink it.
And I just feel like it doesn't get in that spot as dark as I want. So some of these solid colored stamps, it's more of a water texture.
So then I'm going to go ahead and use the die to cut out that deer. So now we'll put our card together. I have a 5.5 by 11 inch piece of crumb cake, and I'm going to fold that in half. Then I'm going to, before I put these layers on, I'm going to put my circle on my soft suede real hard. So I'm going to put my tape directly on my soft suede so that I'm not pressing on my embossing paste too much, okay? I'm going to kind of press in between the trees here because I don't want to press down on my embossing paste while it might be a little soft still. And then because this is going to be on embossing paste, I'm going to use some tearaway tape on my scallop. And then what I'm going to do is line up my deer in the corner, and I want a little bit of it to stick off, so I'm going to line it up like that. And I don't really care if that gets smushed. And then take my paper snips and just trim, turn the paper over and trim off. And I'm just holding it by the circle there so I don't smush my I can put generous amounts of tape there. And I'm going to put this down on my card front. And again, I'm going to push really hard on my circle. I'm going to put some dimensionals on my sentiment. I'm not skimping on the dimensionals here. This is going to go right here across the top, so then this way I can push good there. And then this little guy, I've got some mini dimensionals, because I'm going to go ahead and put him on some dimensionals too. I always have minis and regular on my desk. And then this little guy is going to just go right there. And that is my Christmas card. Now I'll probably, you can get, this is a 5.5 inch card. You can get 6-inch. I have some 6-inch envelopes, but you can easily make an envelope to mail it in, or put this in your packages that you're giving to your family. Either way, that's probably what I'll do. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you'll give a thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube, or comment below on my blog. Thank you so much. Bye.